Lindsay the Scruffy Kitty. Long time no see. It has been quite a while, actually. I don't even remember how long. Today is September 14th, and I have lots to show you because it's been so long. We're going to start with WHIPS and hopefully work our way through all the finishes I have too. As I said, it has been a while. I have lots to show you. Let's jump right in. Starting with Stitcher's 12 Days of Christmas. I can't remember, well, let's see. Yeah, it started this December of 2018. This is on my WHIP Go list. And I'm just gonna, well, almost fits on the screen here. So I'm just gonna hold it up and scroll up as I go, kind of quickly-ish. I have made some modifications with colors and specialty flosses. So some of the things like bells and scissors are a little blingier. The charts I kind of changed out to things that I like foxes, coffee, penguins, ice skates. Yeah. And now I'm on two sewing birds. And this is on 28 count white opalescent Lugana. And because I'm doing WHIP Go this year for the first time and trying something new to get really old WHIPs worked on, done, my criteria for that was at least 1 or more years in the works. Next WHIP, which is also a WHIP Go project, is my Washington Memorial Chapel. It came as a kit. I changed out the fabric, so it's not the Ada that it came with. I don't remember what fabric it's on. Actually, my notes tell me. I should look at my notes. Started this in 2019. 28 count Caribbean Tides from Under the Sea Fabrics. And this is making a lot of progress. So I just have the bell tower to do, and I think some bushes on both sides. Yeah. Next WHIP, Long May She Wave. This one I finally did finish the silhouette. I still need to do the red, white, and the flag, red, white, and blue, but just still haven't gotten there yet. Don't know why. It'll get done at some point, I know. My next WHIP that's also on my WHIP Go board is the Lindy Stitches I Forget the Rest, which is a cute little pair of owls. This is my my progress on it. I'm sorry it keeps wiggling. So I just need to finish out the wing, the chest, and I'm going backwards, the other chest on the bird and the legs, and then also the stick. Yeah. Next WHIP, Hands On Designs Block Party Meow. I wanted to put this one on my WHIP Go board, but I can't find the chart. So after 1 or 2 months of being called and having to switch out, I finally just kind of gave up. But here's my progress on it. I have a cat sitting on a chunk of cheese and a few fish. My next WHIP is a Halloween ornament called 9 Lives. Really? This is the 9th time. He cracks me up. And this is in the 2022 Halloween Just Cross Stitch magazine. And here's my progress. So I have all of the cat and part of the Grim Reaper. So I look forward to working on that soon again. So for the Meow Block Party, unable to find that one, I switched it out with Stitching by the Sea by Hands On Design. I got the whole big block part done. Sorry. And I'm still working on the basket part. So once that's done, I can actually sew it together. Making progress. This one I started, I don't know when, and has little to no progress. But I'm going to show it anyways. Is The Whimsical World of Thomas Joseph. Nag, Nag, Nag is the name of this one. And I just have a rock and a half. Really pathetic start. I'll get back to it at some point. They're good card projects though, because they're small, easy to just, stick in a little notions bag and throw in my purse. So I'll probably make that one my next purse project again. Anyways, moving on. My next WHIP here, Scottish Wedding. I do have Scottish ancestry, and so I found this pattern and partner piece, I guess. They're kits. Like this one here, and this one. So I decided, since my parents did a Scottish wedding, that I'd do this with their names in there and change out the kilt to our family tartan. Haven't gotten there yet, so I haven't gotten too scared yet. But here's my progress on Scottish Wedding. It's getting kind of blown out with the lighting. Nope, that didn't help. So I've done most of the dress, and I started into the shoes and dress jacket of the groom. So that's my progress on that. That is also on my WHIP Go board. And so is the Celebration Wedding companion piece. That's companion kit. That's what I was thinking of. I knew I'd get there. And here's my progress with that one. I have the dress completely done, and I'm working my way up the body, as you can see by the start of the arm. Pretty excited about that one, and I just dropped the floss for the next one. Oops. Sorry. Next WHIP. I just started this one about a month or so ago. Another hands-on design piece. Snow Much Fun. A banner year. This is probably the first one where I got the thread pack, so I'm using the called for threads, which are so pretty and a little tangled because I dropped them. Yeah. And my progress on that. I think I need the board for this one. This one I started all three kind of all next to each other. I will cut them separately later on, but to work on them I kind of wanted them all in one place so I don't lose them. And I wanted all the same fabric, so I wanted to make sure of that. So I just have the top clothesline bit. And it's also on opalescent white Lugana. one of the scrap pieces I had to one of the big pieces. Big projects, sorry. Okay. The next WHIP I have is Mystery Star of Wonder Stitch Along. I don't know if the Stitch Along is still going on, but I don't think it's a mystery anymore either. Since I've been seeing it up on Instagram and places like that. But my cross-stitch group that I'm in, the local cross-stitch group I'm in, decided to do this one as a stitch along as a group. So we're doing this piece. There was some joking about whether or not I'd make changes and how much. So I actually did change out the fabric. So this is my choice for section 1. We're doing September, October, November, or no, we started in August. So August, September, October, November, and then probably have it fully finished by December. So I'm using the called for colors, but on gingham fabric. Makes it kind of fun. But I did decide to have a little fun in a different way. Chose some other colors. I am stitching it again. Blues on blue with whites and grays. So we're doing that. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do a third one yet, but I did pull some colors and fabric for that. So that might be the other combo if I do decide to do that one, and it'll probably be a gift for somebody. Yeah. The other WHIP I have, and the last one here in my stack, which actually isn't here. So I'll have to show you a picture. It is Keeping Promises. I'm doing it over 1 on 40 count. I don't remember the color, but it's orange. And there's my progress with it. The last time you guys saw this, it was nowhere near that. So WHIPGO has really done wonders for some of these bigger WHIPs that I've been kind of sitting on for a while. And wow, I'm actually through my WHIP pile onto finishes. Now my finishes, they kind of range from being fully finished to finished stitching, but not completed in like completely finished for presentation kind of thing. But yeah, I hope you enjoy what I have so far. Excuse me. It's a little dry in here. All right, so my first finish started this 2018, finished it in 2021. Sorry for the glare. Doing my best here. Is Try to Relax. It was a dimensions kit, sorry. That little note was kind of small on my page. So there's the kitty on the hammock. This is one of my finishes that is not fully finished, but it's stitching is done and it's a little busy. Given that fall is just around the corner, I probably should put a rush on this one. I did not like the stripy background that it wanted to do on the for the background. To me, it just looked like wallpaper. which I did not want or like. And because it'd been such an old whip, it was also starting to tear kind of somewhere here in the middle. So I just cut off the whole top part. I can still frame it. I plan to put like a scrapbook paper kind of background sort of thing. So I need to do some more finishing. But what my next finish, took me a while to find all the parts that I wanted because I wanted an egg shape design on this. Took me a while to find a decent egg shape, the right size, and then it didn't want to sit on the wood background the way I wanted, so it went onto a square instead. This is bunny buns, sorry, but it's clearly a bunny's butt. That's why I get the title mixed up, but that's what that one is. I've liked that one for a long time. My next one is a fully finish, and this is a hands-on design, and I finished it as a stand-up cube. I did not do the conventional styrofoam finish for this. I'm actually using canvases, but I'll do next time I do one of these, I'll do a tutorial and show how I really do these. So these are a little heavier, sturdier, less likely to get float off, I guess. For the backing, I actually cut up one of my dad's sweaters for a warm, cozy kind of look and feel. And that's a ribbon to kind of tie everything together. And I found some cute pumpkin bows. I just love this. It's about time to get it out too, if not already. Next fully finished here is Smarty Cat. This is another finish. I remember showing the whip for this one of my earlier floss tubes, which is feels like ancient history now, but I know it's not. Just a few years ago. But I finished it. I put it in a cute little kind of rustic frame. That's all I wanted to do with it, really. I wanted to be able to hang it with, you know, kind of my diploma and stuff. And reason why it says 2016 is that's the year I graduated college. So I wanted it with that year instead when I finished it. Okay. It is the month of September. I finished the month of September from Hands-On Designs year celebration. I've not fully finished it all the way. It's on a flat canvas glued to another flat canvas, as you can see here. What I'd like to do is something like a bookcase with like little textbooks across the top, or maybe some pencils. It's one of these projects where I have this, I don't have the other part. I have that, but I don't have this. So that's been kind of an ongoing trend with this one. I know I will get all the parts together sooner or later. This is a, oh boy, am I on the right stack? I might have jumped stacks. No, I didn't. Looking at my notes, which I think I'm going to have to deviate. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Mill Hill Kit coffee mug. I didn't really like the yellow stripes, so I just switched it out for more blue and green. Just made them whiter. Beaded the dangle. And yes, I am a coffee drinker. I drink tea as well. Actually, there's not too much I don't drink. But I do love my coffee. Next one I have is... I did get these a little out of order. Oops. Another fall piece. This one I had finished Started and finished a couple years ago. Started in 2020, ended in 2024. Little fox piece, and I mounted it on a wooden fox cutout and painted it. I knew exactly how I wanted this to look, and it took me a while to kind of get the nerve to do it because I wanted the fox to look just right, and my George, I did it. And I'm very, very pleased with the result. I'm very, very happy. And I think, who did this one? Notes. Look at the notes. Look at the notes. Nope, I didn't put down who did it, but I think it was the Stitching by the Housewives. Or, I know I botched up their channel. Sorry. I think that's right though, but I'm not 100% sure, so we'll roll with it. My next finish here is not a fully finish, but it's another Whimsical World. Joseph, I've already forgotten the thing, and it's buried down, and I don't want to dig for it. You Are My Sunshine, and you spelled E-W-E for the sheep. A few years back, I did hand wash only, which had sheep hanging on a clothesline and drip drying. He has several cross-stitch design pieces, and I think I have 4 of them. So I've done 2, and I've started a 3rd. So now I just need to relocate the frames that I purchased for them. I know they're in storage. They'll appear. The last time I showed you this finish, I was having a nightmare of a time with it. It's Love. It was in one of the cross-stitch magazine, Christmas ornament, just cross-stitch. Sorry, my nose keeps itching too. I've deviated from my notes now, so okay, I'm not going to sit and stare at my notes, sorry. But I remember with this one, I was having all sorts of trouble getting things lined up. I had changed the color of the birds, which that wasn't the rough part, but what I was not prepared for and ready for was all the offline stitches, if offline is even a phrase. It was like a half row over. Since if you're counting straight down 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have the spaces in between, I'm probably not explaining this very well. But if you're trying to count straight down, it's like over one line, and that was throwing me for a curve so much. And then there's also 1 over 1 in there as well. So that one took me a long time to figure out, process, and work through. So I finally finished it, and right before Christmas this past Christmas, I finished it into an ornament. I did a glued on, it's on a wooden, little wooden pre-cut board. You can find them at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or something like that. So I just found the right size for it, glued it on this side, did a separate one for the paper on the back, which is scrapbook paper done as a, oh geez, what tree is that? Birch tree. And then glued the ribbon around it. Yeah. I look at this and I remember the struggles I had with it. And I'm so relieved to have it done now. Nightmare of a piece. At least for me at the time. But it worked out. And actually, I think because of that, I'm having a lot of similar things with the two wedding ones I showed earlier, the WHIPS I have. They have a lot of like half stitches this way, half stitches this way, 1/1. There's, yeah, a lot of different symbols and things that I was not prepared for, and that's probably why I started it and didn't finish them. I haven't been working on them, but I feel like I've made a big curve in the past couple of years, and now I'm just sailing along with it. My next one is a Lizzie Kate finish, Sweet Summer. Sorry for the glare. You can only do so much with the lights in here. I've been wanting to do a summer piece in this particular frame for a while, and it took me a while to kind of put one and two together. Very fun beachy theme. Next one is another fall finish. Gather Harvest. Hands-on design, Kathy. It's another block finish. I did this, finished this one at the same time I did the other one. So same kind of bulk finish, using canvases and such. So I just used gingham on the back, pretty plaid ribbon on the sides, and then these guys. So I did the big main piece here, and then I don't know, I just kind of like the squirrels on this small one, but I didn't want to do the small at the time. So I actually did the squirrels from the small piece and just added them to the big one here. So a little pattern change up. And I love how this one turned out. This was another, at the time, headache one for me, because I was doing 1/2 on this one, and it was a pretty high count. I was getting kind of, I think I started it like 4 times before I really got going with it. But now it's done. Okay, this one actually was this finish was a like a little freebie gift in one of the magazines you get in a plastic bag. It came with a postcard. I couldn't find the postcard, so I finished it this way in a wooden block. It's hollow on the inside, but I filled it with some foam, like foamy stuff. And then did a string of beads and just kind of glued them all in and painted the colors to match. Yeah. I still like the postcard finish idea, but this is the closest I could come up with to the postcard idea. And of course, once I finished it, about a month later, I found the postcard. Just my luck, right? Another oldie but goodie. You guys may remember seeing me working on it way back. I went to StitchCon 2019, and then the following year I had gotten a bunch of patterns from the 2019 one, you know, smalls, gifted into the little welcoming package and such. So I took a bunch, well, 3 of them, and combined them. So, I apologize for the glare. Ugh. Okay, I think that's as good as it's gonna get, and it's gonna rest on my shoulder. So 310, that was one chart. I added at keepsakes and 310 up here, so I always remember that sweet little kitty at keepsakes. That was a separate pattern here from the blue. Yeah, you can tell the blue framed. That's a separate pattern. And then I designed Stitchy Bus, because that was the year they introduced it. Year I went. And then I also, and this was kind of the headachy part, I designed the paper chain around paper chain border. And I wanted to do that as a linking people and connecting people together through cross stitch. Yeah! That was also a headache to do, but I finished it, I got it done, and I'm very, very proud of it. I did actually want to make, stitch in people's names of people that I met while at StitchCon, but that was way too much. So I did not do that. I just did the paper chain and left it at that. Okay, so where am I at now? I want this stack. I'm not sure where the chart went for this, but this is another finish that is not completely finished yet. I'm probably going to do this similar to the way I did the Wish You Were Here. Very cute. And it reads, mittens, mittens everywhere. You can always find one, but never a pair. And I do remember changing out the colorways on the mittens. Don't remember which one was what though, but baseball. I think this was a Haitus design, and I don't know, I kind of on and off with the whole letters being kind of zigzagged, so I just do them straight across. And then I put all the charms underneath this one. I think I did this with the same concept with a different piece a few years back. And then this one, I found a baseball bat at Hobby Lobby, the pins at Michael's, and then I just attached a chain to make them dangle. And as for this part down here, I just made it sort of like a flat pillow. A pillow type thing, but not stuffed or anything, so it's got dimension, but it's still floppy and lightweight. That's a fun finish. And I actually made this for my little son. Yep, that's probably the big news drop that I have in the past couple of years. I had a baby. We had a baby. I'm sure my husband would like to be included on that. So yes, we have a little baby boy, and we like baseball, so he's gonna like it too. I had another baseball finish somewhere, but it didn't make the basket to come down, so another day. There'll be more videos, more show and tell. Next up we have Block Party. I did well, of course I did the whole thing. Duh. I did the finishing that I had done with coffee, the Java one. So it has like the cotton and sand stuffed pillow within the pillow. There is a tutorial for that, and I use this as a demo piece. And that's when I finished it, just last year. And actually, I finished it at the airport. Finished stitching it at an airport, and then cubed it up later. So that was another hands-on design piece there. I actually got to meet her last year too. That was so awesome. Hi, Kathy. This is, and I look forward to doing it again. This is Mill Hill wine. At least I think it's the wine. Like I said, I've kind of deviated from my notes, so I don't remember exactly the name, but I know it's a Mill Hill kit. Cute little ornament piece. An Easter finish. This one's fully finished. I remember I finished this one 2022. Like literally days before Easter. Maybe a week or two, but within the throes of Easter. I just stapled a ribbon for hanging because it didn't come with a hangy thing. But I'm very happy with this piece. It's like a wooden, I wouldn't call it a frame. I guess it is kind of a frame. It was over at Michael's in the wood department, and I just did like a fabric covered foam piece on the back. The stitched part is under a sticky board. It's a Lizzie Kate piece, Happy Easter. And then I kind of just layered them into the wood and did twine as a filler around the edges. So I'm very pleased with that one. Next I have, not fully finished, but I have finished stitching this one. Teeny Weeny Bikini January. Midwood Designs. Sorry, I'm listening for upstairs baby sounds. And here's my finish there. I love snowflakes. I love winter. Well, I love snowy winters, I should say. I'm not a fan of just cold and rainy stuff, but which is what I seem to find. This one is also not fully finished, but another baseball themed piece for my little kiddo. There's No Place Like Home by Sue Hillis Designs. Little stringy thing. I just have a few more things and then I gotta rush off, so I'm gonna just kind of fly through these. Love Coffee by Haitus. Mill Hills, Cabana Beach. This is another one where I didn't care for the background too much, so just kind of stopped at the little mountaintops. Actually, when I started this one, I had the pinks and the purples flip-flopped, so that took some fixing. And I heard something drop. It's a magnet. I'm not going to worry about that. Last summer, I did a little quick stitch, July edition, and this is the finish. I did do the proud to be an American, but I did kind of almost invisible floss. You can see it better in person, but yeah. And then America I did with red, white, and blue metallics, so it's a little different. Another just cross stitch Christmas magazine issue ornament. This one is White Christmas by Julia Rodenberg. I think that's how you say her name. And I did this one just last year. So I think it was in last year's ornament issue. And I did, it's kind of like on cardboard. Well, not cardboard per se. I've forgotten what backing I did with it, but it's a little flat and lightweight. And then I used fuzzy yarn for the trim, which I think I might actually add a little bit more to this year because it's a little thin at the top. and bottom now that I'm looking at it. Yeah. And then I did fabric finished, which I kind of fussy cut to even out the deer to match this side. So I have maybe 5 more things to show you, or 6. And like I said, then I gotta run. Somebody's up and getting a little cranky. This one is where to go? Simple Joys by Kristen Clay. And this was in the 2023 Just Cross Stitch Ornament Issue magazine as well. This was a kind of a quick stitch I did last fall. Called for colors. I changed out the fabric. And then my finishing is actually one of those window panes that you get in the dollhouse making department in craft stores. So I just put this little block finish on top of that. Fussy cutted some scrapbook paper to look like a winter scene. So you have the winter trees in the background. And then I put I'm not sure why I chose deer fabric for the back, but it's the back, so who cares? And then a green tassel-y thing for the trim around it. And I'm very pleased with this. This is another ornament piece I did 2 years ago, so this would be 2022. I made this one as a gift. Take 2 tablets, and it's clearly a kind of a Jewish joke, or at least I consider it a Jewish joke, but anyways. So I did this 1/1 on, I think, 28 count or 30 count, one of those two. I already gave it away, so this is the photo of the finish. Again, it came out really good, and I used this on a ornament frame. All I had to do is change out the backing. Like the hook was on the long side instead of the short side, so I just had to like take it apart and redo it. I have Love Hockey. This is going to be a gift for another person. What I didn't realize when I chose the fabric for this one, the count was actually smaller than I thought, so I had to jigger the frame a little bit to get the charm to fit. Oops. Didn't think about that. It happens. But I'd already finished it at that point, and I didn't want to redo it, so there it is. It worked. Last summer I went on a trip to Paris, and I found a cross-stitch store there. Forgive me, if you know French, please forgive me. I will probably bash it, but Le Bonne des Thems is the name of the cross-stitch shop I went to. And this was a scissor holding kit. So far I have just stitched it. I have not fully finished it into the scissor things yet. I may change my mind and just frame it. But it came out really cute. My next one is a pretty recent finish. Well, hold that thought. About 2 years ago, I went on my first cruise. It was a Star Trek themed cruise. Yeah, newsflash, I'm a Star Trek fan. Definitely so if I'm going on cruises, right? So having met so many great new friends, well, at least a small group of them that I came really close with, I made kind of like thank you pieces for just meeting, being good friends, and also kind of as a thank you for helping me through a little snag on the cruise. So not too long after it, I kind of stumbled on this new chart of, or new at the time, by Summerhouse Stitchworks. Postcards, and this one was Voyage, which was perfect for actually what I was thinking about doing as a gift. And I also wanted to try doing, no, I can't think of it. Using the kind of see-through fabric. I know I will think of it as soon as I turn off the stuff filming. Organza fabric. So I went and found some sort of watery looking one, and this is how it turned out. This is actually one I am keeping. So it kind of chose their favorite colors accordingly. So hold on a moment. So I did a rainbow one for one friend. Yellow, red, and blue. They're all their favorite colors, and interestingly enough, 3 of them are kind of Star Trek-y colors because the uniforms are gold, red, and blue. I didn't think about that. So I did the hoop finished, glued 2 of them together. So hoop finish on one side. It's a little hard to see the background paper on this one, but it has kind of like grids and stars. And then I did starry scrapbook paper. It's double-sided for the other hoop, and then glue them together. And that's the result. Yeah. So I actually have another one here that's not fully finished, and I'm going to use this one on a tutorial at some point. Stitch organza using wash away or worsted. I think they call it waste canvas. Yeah. So it's stitched on that. Then you just cut off the waste like that. It's a little hard to kind of pick out all the middle stuff, but still fun. And as you can see, the results, pretty cool. So thank you, Jody, from Steel City Stitchers. I did it! My more recent finishes that I did thanks to WHIPS. Thanks to the Brave. This one has been a whip for a little while too. It's kind of a combination of this one, but I mostly did that one with the service dog. And one of the changes I made was I took out the numbers at the bottom. So we just have this here. The other changes I made, because I was doing kind of a combination of the 2 charts in there, I actually switched out to silver and gold in the middle. So I could still do the red, white, and blue, but not lose it on the gray fabric. Still haven't quite figured out how I'm going to finish it. I know I'm going to do a block. I just haven't gotten there yet. My most recent finish that I have here. No, second to last. I'm getting ahead of myself. Another finish I did. Sorry, it's propped up on the door here. A Good Marriage by Lizzie Kate. I finally finished this one and got it framed. I framed it myself, I should say. But I've been sitting on this frame for this piece for quite a while. And I finally finished it. I think I did that one. That was don't see on my notes. Probably 2 years ago finish. Anyways, so that's done. And then my most recent finish, thanks to WHIPS, is Enough Winter by Waxing Moon Designs. Flip-flops. I want to wear my flip-flops. There we go. I did do the call for colors. I did not use the call for buttons. I just kind of used them as size reference and switched them out. But most of them are flowers. We have flower, star, flower, heart, flower. That's actually a clover, because I actually do have a pair of flip-flops that I glued or attached little 3-leaf clovers onto, which is why I did that one that way. And then another flower that looks kind of like a snowflake. And as soon as I relocate the backboard that I wanted to use for it, which I do have somewhere, I will make that a fully finished item. Wow. I did it. I blew through it. We are through all the WHIPS and the finishes. Ah! So, yeah, it's good to see you guys again. I'm sorry it's been so long, but if you guys are returning, thank you. Welcome back. If you guys are new, welcome. I do hope to get some more films or videos filmed and recorded soon, but when you have a kid, it's kind of a little less, well, let me put it this way. Between life and how I've been working and finishing on projects, I feel like I have a lot of WHIPS and not enough progress to show off. And that's why it's taken me that long. Hopefully I can kind of get over that hurdle and not do that as much. We'll see. So I have no idea when I'll film next. I'm sorry. But if you still follow and like my channel, that's awesome. At the very least, I can get some tutorials up, so that's my next goal. I have 2 tutorial plans to put up, so that's something, right? That's still some content. So I think I'm gonna call it a day and head out. Thank you very much for watching. Bye. Happy stitching.